the beat tonight. Chasing dreams under city lights. Fast cars roll down the endless way. Podcast tales of the night and day.
All right, and welcome back to another episode of the Rusty Cuffs Podcast, Police Podcast, like a drunken ride along with your two good buddies, Rusty and Cuffs. How you doing there, Cuffs?
I'm doing great after that song. It made me want to wear some skin-tight Lycra and really long hair and hairspray and just drive like a 85 Firebird.
Hey, we are going to the bar after this, and you can wear all the Lycra you want, and chances are there'll be a guy there with a Firebird.
That was Matt's song,
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
it?
that kind of a place. Yeah, that was oldie but a goodie, man.
All right. What's going on there?
You know what? I'm back to work.
You look awful, by the way.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, it's been a rough one, man.
Like, also in your voice, there's this just little layer of defeat in it. It's pretty great.
Yeah, no, I'm hurting. Yeah, that's for sure. It's getting the holidays squared away and then still working and doing all that shit. It's just it's beating me up a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, I had like a really good run of like almost a solid month off.
Oh, yeah.
So I was feeling like a real person again, and now nope, right back to being the fucking night demon.
Yeah, I do miss midnights a lot, but I don't miss the lack of sleep.
Yeah, whatever. You get used to it. I'm
Yeah.
just getting used to it right now.
Yeah, you're just getting back in the swing of things.
I figured if I drink more, then I'll feel better.
I don't know how I ended up on 6 milligrams Zins, because I usually ask for 3s because I'm a pussy like that. But
Yeah, but the same guys that can't read the flavor also can't tell numbers.
they cannot fucking. It's a lot of gestures, and I'm like, no, the green one.
Yeah.
No, the green one.
I honestly think I could go into a store and order or, ask for Zins without using any words.
Oh, you can.
And probably, because it's basically, they're not hearing words when I do it.
Yeah. It's
Just low grunts and points.
They're on 2 cell phones anyway at the time you're ordering, and they're talking to somebody and FaceTiming on somebody else. They're stocking the shelves poorly. I don't understand it. For a convenience store, I feel like you should just have a little bit of conversational English.
Just a smidge.
Just
a
enough.
smidge, yeah.
No, not that one. That one.
So, what kind of a cop week did you have?
Oh, I did the bare minimum. I really did. Damn. We had a couple places that, like, just some intel came up that we were gonna watch these houses. They were active between these hours, and they're dealing drugs, and they didn't. And it was boring, and I just kind of sat there in a car that the heat kept going off. And then the second house we did hit off on the guy that we wanted, but he was super polite, really nice car or whatever. But it's freezing cold out, and I have him in my passenger seat, and the heat keeps on going out. I'm like, I have to keep asking him, hey, do me a favor and actually just kick up underneath the glove box for me. He's like, I don't want to damage your car. No, dude, it's the only way the heat works is if the passenger kicks that.
So, bro, we don't have any charges on you, so I need you to break something.
Just kick this for me. And he's like, no, man. I was like, I stopped. I got out of the car and I kicked it, and the heat clicked on, and I was like, dude, I'm freezing. Just kick it for me. Just a little bit of cocaine. Nothing spectacular. He had a switchblade on him. He wasn't supposed to have that because he was a convicted felon. So
now you have a switchblade.
Yeah. No, I already have my switchblade. But that was so this is garbage, right? No, but I bought that. My mom bought that. I need that. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you that this is garbage, because if it's not garbage and you insist on keeping this, we're going to keep it. And then you're going to be here for a while. And it took him like 2 hours to figure out. I was telling him, dude, if you want to claim it, I have no problem with you claiming it. You're just catching the charge.
Yeah.
So that was that. And it's just been paperwork. We got a new guy to the team. We'll see how that works out. I don't know. It's cold. Junkies aren't even that active right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been seeing too.
There's still meth. Keep on finding meth every once in a while, but
yeah, because they have no souls. They can't feel the cold.
Do you think if you do enough meth, you lose like your soul? Like,
I think if you do enough meth, your soul just kind of follows you around like it's a third-person shooter.
Yeah.
And just watches you do methy shit.
I don't think I've ever met someone that was in recovery from meth.
No,
I mean they've told me that they're in recovery from meth all the time. They're like,
it's just because you're like in between doing.
Yeah,
that.
it's because you don't have any meth right now. All right, like no problem. And they're all
I'm a recovering alcoholic every morning.
Day one without alcohol.
Yeah. I got so many of those day one chips.
Yeah, it hasn't been super exciting.
That's all right. That's what you want.
Yeah,
I always found that like from Thanksgiving to New Year's, it kind of like went off the rails a little bit. So having it not be super busy right before the holiday is kind of a nice change of pace.
Usually around now I'm running around like a madman.
Mm-hmm.
I did notice some patterns of like people wearing vests for one company or another, canvassing areas at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, knocking on doors, being like, "Oh, we represent this company," and everything like that.
So that's when knowing your local like municipality codes works, because most places will not let you. First off, peddlers' licenses are very hard to come by.
Well, they're
technically not peddling, right?
Yeah, they're for a company in the area that provides a service.
Yeah, so it's
represent allegedly.
Yeah, so it doesn't fall into it doesn't fall into the solicitation peddler framework. But most of most towns will have a stipulation that says that you cannot go door to door
after.
Usually it's a half an hour before sunset.
Which
so now that's like what, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, I didn't catch the guys, but a patrol cop did, and they're just like, "Oh, you work for them? Okay, well have a good night." I'm like, "No, man, they're knocking on doors at 8:30 at night." I'm like, "I need to know who the fuck you are now. Like, now's you can't leave. Like, I'm IDing them. It's leading up to the holidays, and it's in 3 neighborhoods that are very nice. And every year when I was familiar and working that side of the area, I knew they'd get hit with burglaries and every the 2 days after Christmas and days after New Year's, like they'd get hit in those areas all the time, high money area. I'm like, all right, they might be legit, maybe, and they had like their little fucking tablet and their fucking vests, but they're also still canvassing those areas possibly to commit a burglary. Like, I heard the cop report over the radio, which bothered the fuck out of me that he was that long-winded on the radio. And I got raging mad that he just kind of shit-canned it completely and canceled the other 2 calls that were pending for the same people in 2 different areas. I'm like, what the fuck? So I ended up raging to a supervisor, and the supervisor's like, "Wow, you have a really good point," which was amazing that a supervisor said that to me. And he tasked out his guys to go and interview all those people and get the information and pull the camera footage of these people so we know what they fucking look like.
Hey,
it's just the holidays. It's that time where you should be more, I fucking hate this word, omnipresent, and driving through the suburbs now, because you're not going to get as many commercial burgers. You're going to get the residential ones right around now.
Yeah, you can be spread a little thin, right, between like shoplifting calls and then trying to get, be omnipresent in a neighborhood. It gets a little tough. You're definitely spread thin.
This is the first time actually where we worked. Those teams are not spread thin at all. They're heavy.
Oh, that's good.
Like, it's fucking amazing.
That's nice to see.
They have all the patrol cars filled, and then extra assholes just to get assigned out to do shit, which is fucking magical.
Yeah, that's great.
That hiring fucking like mad that a lot of departments do. I think ours managed to pull it off somehow.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the case when we were doing it.
No. Oh, this is a first time in 9 years as a police officer. I have the entire holiday week off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took this whole week too.
I'll say yes if they call me for Christmas overtime.
Yeah, so that's a good question. Now with Trump wanting the 24th and the 26th to be holidays as well, are we going to get holiday pay for 3 straight days?
We fucking better. I am pro every single bullshit thing becoming a holiday. I think we should get...
we're getting paid for Juneteenth. I don't see why we don't get paid for
Hanukkah.
Christmas Eve.
We should get paid for 8 fucking days in a row.
8 crazy nights.
8 crazy nights. Adam Sandler animated film. You should watch it.
Yeah, do we get paid for Diwali?
I don't even
know. My kids get off for school.
What is Diwali?
I don't know. It was on The Office. It was like it's one of the Eastern Browns. They have a holiday.
When you say Eastern Browns, do they poop
Curry
in
Browns.
the street? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So street shitters.
Yeah. Well, that's that's most of this world.
No, actually, I saw some demographics on it. It's something like just shy of 70% of all open defecation is in India. In the world.
I mean, that checks out, but inland Chinese, that's a big thing.
Yeah. But they're doing it for fun.
Not for utility. Like,
no, they're
like
just
the people that are making pottery in Africa.
Yeah, they're just doing it for fun.
Gotcha.
Chinese are just cheeky like that.
Come here for more world knowledge.
Yeah.
So my week, I had a couple like little silly things happen, and then I want to tell you about my little side gig, because my side gig actually pertains more to this job than
Chippendales, right?
So yes, because I've been, I had that month off, so the weight just, melted off of me. And
You
now I'm
hopped on Tren and you're just dancing your face off.
Wearing a bow tie and little cufflinks. Yeah. So a couple things. One, driving around like 3 o'clock in the morning, half asleep, and houses are decorated for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And fuck that. I'm sorry. The houses are decorated for Christmas. All right. I have yet to see a house that's all lit up in blue.
I have.
All right.
I have.
I haven't.
Well, then I just burned a cross on their front yard.
Good.
But,
Yeah,
just
Show,
had to make sure they knew.
There's only one
it was a
true God,
holiday.
yeah.
It was actually just a T. It wasn't a cross. Okay. It was just a lowercase T.
Yeah, of course.
And it was for the holiday season. I thought they were just,
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you're gonna put Jesus in a manger, I don't see why you can't put Jesus on a cross and then set him ablaze. Yeah. So I'm driving around, and most people don't keep their lights on all night long, right? Like I think mine are programmed to go off at like 1 or 2.
I didn't even put up any lights. I was too fucking lazy this year.
All right, that's fair. It's all right. Listen, your kid's not gonna remember. My kids will.
Yeah.
So I'm driving around, and I swear I thought somebody had hung themselves in their yard.
No, it's not Halloween.
It was a life-sized elf that was hanging from a tree.
How was it?
And it was
by
just,
the neck?
It was hanging like, it was a decoration.
Dangling on a candy cane or something.
Hanging off the top of its hat. So it wasn't like it was a rope around its neck, but it was a windy, like stormy day. And this thing's just like blowing, and I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with this shit right now.
But this is your side gig. You could have driven away and left it for the day tour.
I suppose that would have been the wrong thing to do. There's going to be 10 different camera angles of me just driving away from this thing. But yeah, luckily it was just a decoration, so it was fine. But I do want to talk about the side gig. So obviously law enforcement capacity, but it's kind of a one-man army situation, which is fine because it's an area that's not going to get a lot of work until it gets work. And
he's the last sworn security guard at a Sears location.
It's a Blockbuster Video. All right. I work at the last Blockbuster Video. And, like I said, nothing's going to happen until something happens.
Yeah.
And you are kind of on an island. The radios work, sort of. They kind of connect to other agencies, sort of. But for the most part, you're kind of on your own to just handle everything. And which is fine. Like more than capable of doing it, but it does make sure that you have like all your shit kind of tight, right? You're like, all right, maybe I will make sure I've got like my big first aid kit with me tonight. Maybe I will carry the, gun that I don't have in the car, just in case something happens. Yeah. Stuff like that. It's a little weird, especially because it's an area where the roads. It's not like the roads aren't on a grid.
Yeah,
the roads are a little fucked up. The area is poorly lit. It's a weird place to work.
You could definitely bag a deer up there and no one would know.
I mean, yeah.
Just saying, bring your bow.
There were some pretty good sized bucks last night, actually.
Just saying.
Yeah, with my luck, though, it'll just spray blood through the snow for like 20 houses. Everybody will wake up and they'll look like a fucking murder scene.
I'm glad
there's only one person for them to call, which is me.
I'm glad you brought up spraying blood through the snow because it actually did remind me. I forgot that's been 2 weeks and I was thinking about the past week and I have some good stories. So continue.
No, we can get to watching Jingle. Fuck it up. And I watched Jingle all the way with my kids.
Oh, it's a fucking classic. It's a great
classic. But, as an adult looking back and going, wait a minute, they shot that. That's all takes place in Minneapolis. I didn't see one goddamn Somali in that whole fucking movie.
This was probably, what was that, 1998, 99?
Probably, yeah.
This is before we started importing them.
Mid to late 90s. When did they start showing up?
I don't know. When do they start leaving is the question.
When do they start leaving?
When do they start
right
leaving?
now?
Yeah.
They can go fucking celebrate Diwali or whatever the hell they got.
I don't think they celebrate Diwali.
What do they have?
Eid?
Black Hawk Down Day? Oh, no, Eid. You're right. Yeah.
Are they Muslim?
Somalis? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought they were just pirates.
Oh, maybe they have. Is there a pirate day?
There is Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Yeah, they probably just watch the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
I like it.
Tom Hanks is their greatest villain. He's kind of like like the, what is that? Opposite of Santa. Black Pete.
Black Pete, like Krampus?
Yeah. There's Black Pete and there's Krampus. There's
okay.
different Europeans have different versions of him. Yep, maybe he's like that. He's like, oh, if he shows up, then the Navy SEALs are going to shoot you in the head. I don't know. Yeah.
I wonder if they, like, you know those shiesties that have faces on them? Like, I saw, like, McLovin and, like, Kanye and all those. Like, they should just give all of, like, the SEAL teams a Tom Hanks shiesty and let them go back to Somalia.
So Jingle All the Way, though. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Fantastic. And
Phil Hartman.
One of his last roles, I think.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Andy Dick. It's his fault.
Andy Dick was in the news not too long ago either.
What'd he do?
Oh, he was just real fucked up.
Being real fucked up, yeah.
You know, tummy full of cum. The usual.
Tummy full of cum, nose full of coke.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's amazing that he didn't make a ton of money. It's amazing that he can still afford cocaine. Like,
I would think that people are just giving it to him because they want to say they did cocaine with Andy Dick.
Yeah, but that's like giving Saddam plutonium. It's like, what's the worst that could happen? He sexually assaults somebody else?
I mean, I want to watch that show. I don't do coke, but I would. I mean, allegedly, but I would do coke with Andy Dick just to see how things go. I'm the way all, and that sounds bad.
Yeah, that sounds even worse, man.
I would provide Andy Dick with cocaine and just watch what happens.
If you want to do something like that, just buy a bunch of high points and drop them off in the inner city. Like, it's the same thing. You're harming people.
Yeah, but those get squirreled away really quick.
Yeah.
And I feel like we could really do like a National Geographic on Andy Dick on like just a ton of coke.
It's not like you've heard of neighborhood guns. You've never heard of the neighborhood coke stash. Have you? You're thinking about it? Like somebody would leave cocaine out for people to just like...
No, not like in the hood.
You're talking like a really rich
I'm thinking
party.
like,
that's a way different...
Yeah, I'm thinking wealthy whites.
Yeah, that's super wealthy whites. Epstein articles got released, and they were all blacked out.
I didn't see any blacks.
Michael Jackson was in one photo.
Exactly. I didn't see one black.
It was all almost completely classified.
Yeah, which there were some not great photos.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of there were a lot of Trump things, but they were all bullshit. Mm-hmm. It was all out of context stuff that was thrown in there like it was part of the Epstein drop. And it was like just family photos.
Yeah. I mean, there's some theories that even the Michael Jackson photo is actually doctored. Whatever. Just back to my prior week. We did have neighboring our version of the task force and like the next door neighbors. They got into a wild pursuit. Whatever, we do those. The guy's car blew up on the highway. Like engine just shot out the front of it.
I like it.
And he got out and ran across like 4 lanes of a highway into the woods.
Wait a minute. Was this a big fat guy?
Well, they reported him as 400 or 500 pounds.
That's right.
And I'm reading it. I'm like, there's no way this fucking cop got this guy ran on him and he was 400 or 500 pounds. Yeah. And the cop with me was like, oh, well, he said he was reaching for something. I'm like, bullshit. A guy that big can't reach for shit anyway. Like, you have to lift up a whole flat. And it's like reported like 6'4", 500-pound man fled across the highway. And we go on the side streets next to the highway, and I just start looking for footprints in the fucking snow. I'm like, oh, there they are. Mm-hmm. And we do this big perimeter and loop and get smaller and smaller. And, another precinct grabbed the guy, and they're laying on the snow with him, holding him down. And I run up, and they haven't handcuffed him. And they're like, oh, is this your guy? You looking for him? I'm like,
are you fucking wrestling him? Why aren't you
Why isn't he handcuffed? And they're like, it's your cuffs, your collar. I'm like, what the fuck? No, this is fucking dangerous, you fucking retard.
Yeah.
Like, just cuff him up. Like,
yeah, it's so fucking dumb.
I'm not gonna one. It's not my body anyway. I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to help. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's yours now. It's like, no, I want my fucking body.
Handcuffs work both ways.
Yeah.
You can take them off. It's okay.
They got keys for them. It's fucking crazy. And it was just so dumb because they were calling out all these resources, making this huge perimeter when I was just like, it just snowed. Follow the fucking footprints. Yep. Like, I love when dudes flee in the snow. It's a fucking easy. I don't run.
No, we talked about it a couple
years ago.
But the guy that he ran in the snow and then stole a bicycle to get away. Yeah, he was pretty easy to fucking track.
Yeah, the only guy riding a bike in the fucking snow.
Yeah, it was also like a fucking dead ass quiet neighborhood where nobody was out. The snow had just started going down, so it was easy to track these guys.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you have to teach guys to think on this job, but I'm slowly realizing like I'm pretty senior now, which is scary.
That is scary.
And they defer to me for my judgment. I'm like, I don't know, just do something crazy. It works most of the time. And the second thing is, I did find out how far our cars receive radio transmissions from headquarters.
Oh yeah,
I managed to go almost to the adjacent city following a guy. And I was thinking, is like, some of these people, you know, they're methed out or cracked out, and they definitely think they're being stalked or gang stalking or followed. And we absolutely are following them all the way nearly to the next major city. We stopped about 9-10 miles short of that. You know, it was fine. And we were like, oh, we're gonna have to follow him back to our jurisdiction to lock him up for the drugs or whatever. And then it just turns out he was going to visit his family. So that was disappointing.
Yeah.
So, but found out where he hangs out. I don't know if I actually could have done that, but we did it. Whatever.
Did you get in trouble?
No.
Don't worry about it.
No. The nice thing about the really, really unmarked low profiles that we have, which are just rental cars, they don't have trackers on them. So,
hey, home run.
If we got into a jam, though, the radio would have been a problem. And we were more worried about one of the cars because it has like close to 200,000 miles on it. It's an old, beat-up fucking Ford Fusion. We were like, if it breaks down, we're going to call our own AAA and get it back.
Yeah.
And just never talk about it again. And my partner agreed with that. So that was good. That's about it for work week. But I did buy myself a nice Christmas gift. It is very Christmassy.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Yeah, I bought an MP5 clone. I did it. I finally did it, guys.
There you go. It is the most Christmassy of all the weapons.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the gun store calls me tomorrow and it arrives. I ordered it. I ordered the Zenith ZF5, and the only reason I did that one is because they're now made in America, and it's like I could spend the money, get a little bit possibly better gun from, you know, the Turkish clones, MKE, Century, or spend the money for a fucking SP5. No, thank you. But has a lifetime warranty.
Hey.
And comes with the claw mount for an optic.
Can't beat that, and it's like half the price of an SP5, right?
Yeah. And they were on sale. I think they're still on sale right now. So if you're gonna go out and grab a Zenith. And I'm already buying the kits for, you know, all the sorts of stuff that I want on it. And the ATF denied. Do you remember when they were putting in that free SBR for if you had a pistol lower with a brace or whatever? I put it in, got denied because they wanted one more piece of paper. I resubmitted it through paper instead of online with all the stuff that I needed, and they denied again, saying I needed this different piece of paper because the ATF is just bureaucracy. So, I mean, joke's on them because now I'm just
now you resubmitted. You wanted to pay $200.
Yeah. So I went on that one. That was annoying though because I really wanted my 300 blackout SBR done, finished. But now I'm just going to submit a fuck ton of them all at once in January. That's it.
Well, all right.
Yeah. If I do get my MP5 though, I'm wrapping it, putting it under the Christmas tree, and I'm gonna pretend that like, oh my God, Santa gave me an MP5. Hey, haven't told my wife. Haven't
Santa's
told my
real.
family.
Yeah.
Santa's real.
I like it.
Yep.
I might just wrap up some of the guns I already have and just put them under the tree just to see what my wife says.
That'll go over well.
Yeah. Before we get into the news, I mean, it is news related. I wanted to talk about the Australia shooting. But before we do that, we got to talk about Dude's Gourmet. For over 50 all-natural organic seasonings for everything from steak, chicken, fish, and veggies, go to dudesgourmet.com. You can use the promo code CUFFS, that's capital CUFFS at checkout, and you're going to get free shipping on all orders over $50. That's dudesgourmet.com.
Also brought to you by Stoker's Musical Instruments at stokersmusicalinstruments.com. That's STOKKERS musicalinstruments.com. He buys, sells, repairs, and appraises musical instruments, primarily focused on guitars, bass guitars, and effects pedals. It's very cool stuff. Definitely check it out. His t-shirts are really nice quality, and he's got some rad. I mean, this is going to be too late for Christmas now, but maybe Valentine's Day is right around the corner. President's Day is right around the corner. Or just it got lost in the mail. I forgot to. If you reach out to him, he'll probably he'll post date it.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to talk about the shooting in Australia. I don't want to get into like the actual, like all the specifics about it because I mean it's kind of been beat to death at this point. But the basics are you've got a Pakistani father and son. The son was born in Australia. The father showed up in like the late 90s on a student visa, stayed with a partner visa, which is basically like kind of like a green cardy kind of a thing when you get married and you want to stay with your partner over here. And now he's a Australian citizen. He's got dual citizenship. Anyway, they shoot up a Hanukkah
beach ceremony.
Yeah, ceremony in Bondi Beach, which is east of Sydney. Ended up being 15 or 16 people dead.
Yeah.
The youngest being about 10 years old, and the oldest being some 87-year-old, I think, Holocaust survivor. These are it's a coordinated attack with two shooters, right? Which is something that we really haven't seen here. When was the last time we had a multi-shooter attack here?
San Bernardino.
Well, it was only one shooter, I think. The guy's wife was just kind of involved, but I think she wasn't shooting, right?
I thought she did, but
maybe I don't know. They're all kind of blending together, but I mean, a coordinated attack with multiple shooters is not something that we've seen frequently here.
No.
And something like that happening here with the kind of weapons that are attainable here,
it would have been significantly higher.
Yeah, it would have been much worse. So you get, like I said, father and son. One was like in his 50s. The other kid was in his 20s. One armed with it was called a Beretta straight pull rifle. So imagine a bolt action rifle, but you don't have to lift the bolt up to rack it. It's kind of the same manual of arms as a pump shotgun, except that you're racking a bolt.
Yeah, they've been around for damn near 100 years. Schmidt-Rubin is one.
You just don't see them in the States all that often.
No, there's some inline ones, some black powder ones that are popular, but they exist, and I've seen people for workarounds in certain band states. They have an AR that is a straight pull rifle, basically, where it can only fire one, and then they got to rack it again.
Gotcha.
Just the gas block is blocked off or whatever. And then the other was, what was he armed
There were
with?
two shotguns.
Yeah, two shotguns. It looked like a brake barrel of some sort, or...
I don't know. A long-ass barrel. It looked like a, trap gun or something.
Well, there's no, obviously there's no Second Amendment in Australia. There's very limited licensing. So they had to go through significant amounts of hurdles, hoops, and paperwork to arm themselves.
So the father was licensed in Australia. And I think recently they had gone to the Philippines for military training. It's, whatever. It is what it is. I want to talk about the response. So you've got armed police in Australia, right? They're not like the Brits. I think they are armed. But I didn't see heavy vests. I didn't see long guns.
No, a detective just showed up first on scene and took shots at one of them.
Yeah, he ends up, I think he actually ended up taking out both.
With it was quite a distance.
It was a handgun at about 130 feet.
That's fantastic shot. Yeah. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm. He posted up on a tree for cover and support, and then took out both guys. One dead, one wounded. And
then a fruit stand guy tackled the other one.
Yeah, so he tackles the father, gets the gun away from him, And then he ends up taking rounds from the son, I think, on the bridge, because he ends up getting shot twice.
Yeah.
Initially, what happens, these guys park, they hop out, and a couple tries to intervene, knowing that there's going to be an issue with these guys. They got they have like a Palestinian flag tucked into their car hood.
Great.
And they get out in like, weird kind of Australian battle rattle. So anyway, they go to intervene, and they end up both getting killed. And then the shooting starts, right? You got one on an elevated position. You got one guy on the ground. I mean, just from like a response standpoint, that does make things quite chaotic, right? Because now you've got conflicting reports coming over a radio of a guy that's at one location on a bridge. You got another guy that's on a grassy field.
Yeah.
And then you've got the guy on the bridge, which is also able to provide cover for the guy that's on the field. It's not great.
No.
And, we should be learning from stuff like this, because God knows anybody that's planning on doing something, watch that from every angle. And they said, all right, what did they do right? What did they do wrong?
Yep.
And that's two guys with shit guns.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have a semi-automatic handgun there, but here, long guns. I wouldn't be surprised if they start seeing more long guns in response in police vehicles in Australia. I don't know what their kit is, but there's something to be said for in police training. They typically don't cover suppression or covering fire in any way. When you say to a cop, "Cover me," it just means he's going to be pointing a gun down range. It doesn't mean taking. And yeah, you should be taking accurate shots at somebody. But if they're behind that concrete, which it looked like the bridge or whatever,
yeah, just keep hitting the side of that bridge. Just keep the head down.
Departments probably aren't thrilled with that idea of letting rounds go down range. But it's an active shooter thing. It can be explained away. I don't know if they're ever going to teach anything about that ever, but who knows?
I can't imagine they will.
No.
Just because the one time that it's actually effective, and all the other times that people use that as the reason that they were just dumping rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, suppressing fire.
Yeah. But again, it's one more argument, which we've been harping on forever, is rifle plates, long guns, and a somewhat readily accessible kind of like baby SWAT team.
Yeah.
Having guys that are actually trained, that know what the fuck they're doing, that can show up and team up real quick and kind of handle something. One thing that came up, and we talked about it when I failed the fucking rifle calls with the gun that hadn't been zeroed properly, or it was out of zero. I was talking about it with one of the guys that works for me, that's a rifle guy, and again, why don't we use our own weapons? Aside from the liability of I don't know, maybe people just having dumb shit on their fucking guns.
Some people, some agencies do, but it's the one, you have guys that are supposed to be confirming that these guns are good to go at a range or armor or something like that.
Yeah, it's just how often do they do it?
Most of them don't even know what the fuck they're looking at. I've talked to the range guys and quickly realized that I'm the subject matter expert in the room. And I'm like, oh, fuck. This is what we're dealing with? Because a lot of guys go to the range because it's like they're not on the road anymore.
It's a good job.
Yeah, it's a good job. And I'm not knocking that, but if you're going to be, you got a good job, then you should probably be good at your job.
Yeah, I think, you and I would have weapons that we train with that we know are fit for duty.
Yeah.
But there's going to be plenty of guys, probably more so than not, that go and buy a $500 AR.
There's nothing wrong with a $500 AR.
Well, they'll qual on it, they'll throw it on a bag, and then they won't look at it.
Yeah,
forever.
They'll throw an optic on it and think it's good to go.
Yeah, and it'll end up in and out of cars, and just getting banged around for a 20-year career, and they'll never look at it again.
And if they're real try hard, they might throw all sorts of doodads on it and not know what the fuck they're really kitting it out for.
100%.
So
they're gonna want it to look really cool.
Yeah,
and they won't know how any of this shit works.
Yeah.
Shall we get to the news?
Why not?
All right. Stark County, Ohio. Canton police responded to a Walmart loss prevention office after employees grabbed suspected shoplifters Shane Newman, 21, and Katarina Jeffrey, 23. When the officer got to the office, Newman, who was prohibited from owning a gun due to previous felony convictions, leans away from the officer and retrieves a semi-automatic handgun from his back pocket. Newman takes aim at the officer, pulls the trigger, and the gun does not fire. It's unclear whether or not the gun had jammed or if it was just not chambered, but Newman attempts to rack the slide and take another shot at the officer, just as Walmart protection associates jumped on him and fight for control of the pistol. The officer involved does draw his gun and doesn't take the shot because the Walmart employees are fighting with Newman. So he very quickly enters the picture with a flying knee.
Yeah.
Holsters up, gives the guy a couple quick shots to the face, and the pussy got subdued real quick.
Yeah.
So he goes into cuffs, obviously arrested. Yeah, in addition to the pistol, officers recovered 50 pills of Molly on Newman. Shane Newman is being charged with attempted murder, felonious assault on a PO, robbery, drug possession, and having a weapon under disability. That's some wacky...
Yeah, I don't know Ohio
What state was this, Ohio? Anyway, he's being held on $1 million bond. The female that was with him is being held on a $500,000 bond.
The audio of that video is really clear. You can actually hear the gun, like you can hear its psych or attempt to fire. You can hear the click of the striker dropping, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah. Also interesting seeing an optic and a flashlight on
a perp.
On a perp gun. Yeah.
More than likely. I mean, they didn't charge him with a stolen firearm.
You see it in the hood.
Yeah, you do see it every once in a while, but and he drew pretty quickly. Some of these guys do practice their draws. Like that's the scary part. And they are, and most of the time they're not getting more educated where they're still not carrying with a holster or whatever. But this guy seemed to kind of know what he was doing a little bit. He immediately went into remedial action to cycle it too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. That officer's very, very lucky.
Incredibly lucky.
You know, I think we've all done it, right? We've all gotten to that loss prevention office and kind of let our guard down.
Yeah. They don't toss him. Like Walmart isn't going to toss the guy and search him.
No, but I can almost see where the officer's coming from, going,
he's compliant.
Well, they're compliant. They didn't pull a gun when the Walmart guy wanted to put him in a locked office.
Yeah.
Like that was your time to get out, dude.
Yeah.
Not wait for the armed police officer to show up.
Yeah.
Did he just forget that he had a gun on him this whole time?
I mean, 50 pills of Molly.
You would think that when he was done masturbating from all that Molly.
Dude, that's just like rubbing a noodle. Come on.
Well, I mean, did he forget that he had a gun on him? When he was getting dragged into the loss prevention office?
You should always, yes, because he's not following the rule of commit one crime at a time. He's carrying a bunch of Molly and he's going to go shoplifting. Leave that shit in the car, dude.
It is silly.
It's very silly. And then turn a shoplifting into a fucking attempted murder. Yeah, I mean,
way to go, dickhead.
Yeah, and kudos to those Walmart employees for fucking getting after it.
Yeah,
like most of the time, I've had roll-arounds in loss prevention offices, and all the security people just fucking dipped out.
Yeah, but those offices have so many hard objects to hit somebody with.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, there's chairs, there's staplers, there's all sorts of shit just laying
around. And they usually have an actual
bunch of return product,
decent security door too. It's usually pretty sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, at the very least, you got a metal door frame.
And the flying knee and
the good old days,
the flying knee and just start throwing blows right up into those uppercuts were nice.
Yeah, well, that guy was not built for eating punches.
No.
All right. Mount Vernon Emergency Services Officer Derek Williams has been given a 6-month reprieve after from losing his job this week. Williams, who has been out of work since 2023 after suffering from kidney disease, which he and his doctors contend was related to him contracting COVID-19 in 2020, received a letter earlier this month stating that he would be terminated on December 31st of 2025. According to state civil service law, the city could have terminated him after 1 year on leave. Still, Williams said that he was stunned and hurt this month when he got the letter from Police Chief Marcel Olafers informing him that he'd be out of a job as of December 31st. The letter ended with Olafers telling Williams, "We appreciate your service to the city of Mount Vernon and regret that this action must be taken under these circumstances." The pending termination was made public on social media, which drew outrage from police. But the following night, the city issued a statement of facts related to Williams' case, including that Williams had failed to file required paperwork for some of the things he sought. It explained that the city delayed termination after he was out for 1 year because there was limited medical information, a reasonable expectation of recovery, and an absence of a line of duty injury application. It also detailed how the police commissioner had approved a maximum of 30 days of sick leave allowed by the city charter, and that donated sick leave had been available since October of 2023 and remains available to him. Union members had donated 15 days of sick leave. It came after outrage was expressed on social media, and colleagues including former police commissioner Sean Harris and Nicholas Mastro Giorgio, I don't know, some Italian guy, a lieutenant who headed the police union until his retirement, said that the city and the department and the union had to find a way to help Williams. He's not a loafer. He's not a troublemaker. He's one of the most universally liked people in the entire department. GoFundMe page seeking support for Williams had raised more than $35,000 in 2 days. Williams never sought transfer to another police agency for higher pay and less stress, like so many of his colleagues have, saying he committed his career to helping the community where he was born and raised. I wanted to bring this up for a couple of reasons. Mm-hmm. One, he is pretty close to retirement.
Yeah.
But he didn't handle his injury the right way. So when you get injured, no matter how minor you think it is, make sure that it goes on paper, make sure it gets documented the right way. So what's going on here is that he didn't claim the kidney disease related to COVID and then went out sick for over 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So now that 2.5 years is counted against him, where now he's hired in 2006. He should be coming up on his 20 years. He could retire with a 50% pension and maintain his benefits.
Mm-hmm.
But because he didn't document properly, they're not counting 2.5 years of his service.
That's fucked up.
So that's 6 months that they're giving him to keep his job. He's still going to come up shy by 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. So he's got to use the next 6 months to basically get all of his shit squared away so that they can backtrack his injury to the start of COVID.
Well, part of that is a lot of the times you realize you do not have an advocate for this kind of stuff in a police department. If you're hurt, I've been hurt several times, and every time I'm fucking navigating it myself.
Yes. So a workman's compensation attorney is your friend.
Yep, 100%. Anywhere in the country, you get hurt or it's service connected. You know, maybe he thought he was doing the right thing because he's like, oh, well, I got COVID and then this happened, but that I wasn't hurt on the job. But, you know, most agencies across the country were basically saying, if you got COVID, we're assuming it's contracted because you're constantly dealing with this dirty ass public.
Yes.
Workers' comp attorney is the way to go about that.
And then also, I don't know how big this department is, but they could probably find him a nice light duty position someplace where he could ride out the 2 years or whatever that he's got to do to get his full pension. It seems like it was a, I don't want to say there was malice on the part of the municipality and the department.
They don't care though. They just
they don't care.
You're just a number.
Exactly.
Like, not to demotivate any of you, but just remember the reason we wear a number on our uniform, and that's just so that our governments can keep track of how many cops we have on the street or whatever. And as soon as like you're hurt, injured, or out, they'll just fucking replace you.
Yep. I was out injured for almost a year. I can tell you that there was one person that was in like a supervisory role that reached out to me.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Of all the people, you know what? Actually, I could say our commanding officer at the time.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
And just let me know that once I was back full duty, that I had a home, you know, there.
I got that is nice. We did have a command staff where I got a phone call. It's like, hey, your job is good. You're coming back and you're stepping right into your place. People are filling it, but we're not giving it up.
Yeah. So I got the same phone call, but otherwise, I got a call from one other person above the rank of police officer that even gave a shit how I was doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're a number.
Yeah.
And when you're not there, they don't think about you.
Yeah, when you're not there, the job still goes on. And that's a good thing, too. Like, if you are looking at retirement, remember, you can go. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, and if you're not looking to retire and you just don't want to go to work, don't feel bad.
Yeah, they won't notice.
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Go spend time with the people that actually matter.
Your family. Your friends.
The guy you do meth with.
The guy you do meth with. I'm sitting with him right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope everything works out for this officer, Officer Williams. My guess is that it's got enough public outcry where the department's going to be forced to at least do the right thing and get this guy to retirement.
Yeah, it's crazy though. They don't just be like, "Hey, we understand you're sick. Maybe this desk spot," or
it seems like those avenues were there to be explored, and he didn't.
Yeah,
and I could see why they said, "Well, we're just going to put in for the termination," because he didn't do his end. Of documenting all these things.
And
at the beginning.
Yeah, I have no way of knowing, whether his health wasn't in a state to do that. Maybe he was in the hospital. Maybe, and it's
again,
a lot.
maybe he doesn't have an advocate.
Yeah,
right?
if
he's got to do it himself. You know,
you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know until they tell you too.
Did you see a certain DC police chief on the news this week?
Yes, I did.
All right. Well, let's take a listen to what she had to say.
Say this to my haters.
I thought this was AI when I first saw it.
F you. For would I compromise 28 years in law enforcement for a few folk who couldn't stand to be held accountable? And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it again.
Ooh,
same
clap
folks
talking.
who said in that report that they changed their numbers, and I did not. The report is very clear. I did not direct anyone. You should investigate those folks.
All right. Well, that was,
how many
DC Metro Police Chief Pamela Smith?
How many speeches do you think she watched of certain activist politicians and the fiery rhetoric before she rehearsed that speech a handful of times to yell at that moment?
Oh yeah, that was definitely done in the mirror a couple times.
Oh yeah,
yeah. All right. So basically, this is just coming from. This is basically coming from just politicians jumping on the bandwagon of how DC is a crime-ridden shithole, and saying that their 28% reduction in crime last year was all farcical. And yeah, it was.
It is.
Yeah,
it is everywhere.
First off, a 28% reduction in crime
doesn't happen.
No,
does not fucking happen.
No. I mean, yeah, I could do it over a decade.
I could do it in a year. Y'all are gonna have to look the other way, like for a while.
For sure. Yeah.
Like and just. Like, did you arrest anyone tonight? Nope. Why are you covered in dirt? Why is there a shovel in the back of your patrol car? Don't worry about it.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
Like, 28. Well, no. How active has ICE been in DC? 28%.
They've been active.
I mean, the study, like, it's something like 1% of all criminals are responsible for, like, 50% of all the crimes. Like it's a crazy number of like
no. 100% of criminals are
1% of the criminals are responsible for most of the crime is what I'm saying. So there's 100%. There's 100 guys that are committing crimes, and then there's 10 of them, or well, one of them it would be.
Oh, I
that's
see what
committing
you're
like
okay.
constant burglaries, constant larcenies, constant.
Okay. Because I would have argued, well, 100% of the criminals are responsible for crime.
But like. There's people that commit onesies and twosies.
Yes. I see what you're saying. Is that
there's the smaller group of just constant
recidivists.
Yeah, shitheads are causing most of the crime. I don't know what their stats are, but let's say you have 1,000 crimes and you knock out like 10, 100 of these dudes, you could see that drop, or you focus on like the theft rings from Walmarts and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think they did that.
Yeah, I think that was an NYPD stat that came up a couple years ago that was saying that all of their like retail theft, like the bulk of it, like 80% of it was like 300 guys.
Yeah. We have kind of a board with all that kind of shit and information on there. And like there's absolutely a push in every single department across the country to push numbers lower. Like yeah,
depending on why do numbers get doctored, right? So you could have a command staff that doesn't want to have a certain amount of serious crimes, right? So they want to say, oh, well, no, we actually are reducing crime, and we can't take like
we knock
an
down
assault
these
here
grand thefts into minor offenses. We knock down these, I don't know, assaults into just disturbances or fights or whatever.
Yeah, when you move the job into the realm of politics, you start getting that kind of math, where if you were just wanted to make a good police department, you would say,
these are the numbers.
You would make the numbers exactly what they are.
Yeah.
And if you had somebody that was looking to downplay those numbers, I would say, well, maybe you go talk to the DA and say, this is really what this is.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to take this as grand theft.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've had my cases knocked down because it's easier to get a plea deal, and then that shows that whatever is reported on the street versus what is prosecuted, there are people in every government agency that their job is to take those two numbers and make them into a number that makes sense, quick and digestible to whoever's, deciding things. And they're absolutely going to be like, see, we have less of these things because these are reported, but these were actually prosecuted. So it's probably only that many, and everybody else was innocent.
Yeah.
It's...
we arrest so many of those innocent people.
That NYPD program that is a cancer on modern law enforcement, CompStat.
Mm-hmm.
That is, everybody's seeing echoes or little tendrils of that affecting their departments in some way or another. Stat heavy, everything is a data point. And it is true, you can boil down a lot of cops to how many traffic tickets did they write? How many reports did they respond to? How many reports did they write? How many of those reports written resulted in an arrest? Mm-hmm. That is a thing, but I will say there are some guys that might look like a slug on paper that are actually doing the work to reduce crime.
Oh, for sure.
It's just, and then her getting caught, I guess, red-handed and then yelling, "I wouldn't compromise 28 years." Once you're that high up in any department, you compromise your integrity the moment you put on some fucking shiny collar brass. Like, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Once you're no longer answerable as a police officer and you're a career ladder climber,
I mean, I think...
Don't get me wrong, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try and do it.
I think that reporting the actual crimes just helps your department overall because it gets you more of the resources you need to actually combat those crimes. So but you have to stay consistent across the board. You can't just have a year where all of a sudden now you're like, all right, hey, listen, everybody, we've got too many assaults. We've got too many grand thefts. We've got too many of these. Make sure we can bring those numbers down.
Yeah, and I'm not saying data-driven policing is bad. I'm saying use that data truthfully, honestly, and be like, hey, we keep on getting fights outside of this bar that result in injuries, or we keep on getting, thefts out of this one store between these 3 days, and it's always this description of people. Maybe we step up patrols there or something. That's data-driven policing that is effective.
Yes.
But they push it down and they reduce those numbers and then don't look too much. And that happens in so many different government agencies. Part of the reason the Soviets and Chinese struggled with production of food is because, we had this huge surplus, it's going great, and they keep on reporting. They have to one up their numbers from every year, and then at the end of it, they're like, "Where's all the bread? Oh, it's gone. It never existed."
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same in reverse. It's like, there's tons of crime. It just now these departments are caught in the lie of they can't just suddenly actually report the numbers that they're getting because all of a sudden we'll see a jump in crime. And we keep on hearing on the news, it's the safest the country has been in 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years, and crime has gone down since, they took lead out of gas or whatever. There's absolutely not true. And data recording and has gotten better, and reporting has gotten better, but also there's been pressure to massage those results.
Yeah, it says here that D.C. had reported a 28% drop in violent crime
in 1 year,
2024.
Bullshit.
But the FBI numbers actually show a 1.72 increase in violent crime. So
that's a 29.5% difference.
According to, I guess so, yeah.
According to, between the FBI and DC police, who do you trust more?
Ugh.
That's a challenging question.
A real brain buster. But yeah, seeing a 2% change, or here 1.7%
within a margin of error.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
For a year-to-year change.
That's within a margin of that makes sense.
Yeah, you're not going to see a 20. I mean, again, without getting your hands dirty, getting a 28% reduction in crime. I guarantee that the DCDA didn't just all of a sudden say, "Oh yeah, we're going to start prosecuting crimes again."
Yeah.
Because that would also reduce crime.
That would absolutely do it. That would do it.
If you want to reduce crime over the course of maybe a 2 to 3 year period, I would say, well, if we actually prosecute crimes, that'll probably be effective.
I don't want to shift the blame because we as police officers have a duty to reduce the crime, but if you really want to reduce the crime, you fucking lean on the DAs to actually prosecute everything.
Yep.
Everything.
100%.
If there's any police chiefs out there that want to reduce crime by 25, 30%, reach out to us at our email at rustycuffspodcast@gmail.com or call me personally at 1-469-420-0268. Now, what I'll tell you probably won't be legal, but it will reduce your crime.
Yeah, just call him. I don't want to talk to any chiefs. All right, but I've said it on this show fucking 100 times. You wanted to reduce crime, all right? You make criminals foot the bill for their crimes.
They don't have any money.
I don't care.
They don't have any money.
Garnish their fucking WIC checks. I don't give a shit.
A lot of people have been up in arms lately because the federal government is cutting back on what you can use some of this socialized or assistance money for.
Yeah.
In terms of sugary drinks and
stuff
like that.
Yeah, they can't buy bullshit.
And, I'm of the opinion that there should not be a single hungry child in this country.
There's no reason to have a hungry child in this country. You're right. But to fill them up with dog shit and then have them be a bane on our health system.
We could solve this. We could solve this within a year. It's very, very simple. Universal lunches at school, healthy options, education on healthy eating. Also, there are a lot of kids that the only reliable source of nutrition in their fucking lives is when they go to school.
Yeah.
Is because whether their parents are poor or drunk or useless, I don't know. I don't care. We have a duty to these children if they're in public school. And that's like, I don't think anyone that thinks we should cut school lunches and breakfast has a heart, and we should just, everybody. It's part of our taxes. It really would be a drop in the bucket for every single kid to have access to that. So there's no shame in them getting a free lunch if everybody gets a free lunch.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. If you want to give them breakfast in the morning, you want to give them lunch at school and shit. If they want to play a sport and have dinner before they go home.
Or just snacks and education, healthy options. But
I think as a country, it's actually the cheaper option is to give people nutritious food and not have them eat a bunch of bullshit.
I've said this before to a couple people, but, I and this is the way I pitch it to, and I will say more Republican or right-leaning people is human beings in our youth are a strategic resource. They are 100%. The future of this country, whether they're labor or in education or in sciences or whatever. And if they have a full belly and they're healthy, they can focus on that better. The fact that we don't have some sort of safety net for children for healthcare in this country is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But we would be reducing crime by feeding them and educating them. Because they would have options and they wouldn't be constantly in survival mode or desperate or just going home to a shit situation every single night.
Yeah, it's no different than putting women in Afghanistan in schools.
Yeah.
Right?
We built schools in other countries.
Yes.
We had no problem doing that. We had no problem getting them access to clean water, but we can't do it fucking here. And it took Flint, Michigan, how many fucking years to do it?
Yeah.
And it was an ass ache and a half to do it because of corrupt politicians and built-in grift and permits and stuff like that. I don't know.
No, I 100% agree.
Some of our listeners may disagree, but
so I've heard people argue the other side of that, and their arguments always come out to like, well, the family should
yes should.
It's always the family should have, like, they should be able to eat together. They should be able to do all these things.
Yes, they should.
But they don't.
They don't. That's the reality of it. And that's, I think, something that changed my viewpoint as being a police officer and seeing, like, yes, there's tons of people that shouldn't be on welfare and they're taking advantage of it. And I think we should absolutely increase the penalties to that to, like, an extreme level. like the stockade or public lashing for people stealing from the fucking public assistance funds. But should and do are two different things. And a lot of people, whether or not it's the circumstances of they're living in poverty, the wages in most of these states are, you cannot survive on it and keep a roof over your house and feed 4 people on a single earner income. And I don't know everybody's situation, whether one person can't work or whatever. And this is sounding very like liberal, socialist, Democrat, but I'm looking at it from the lens of reducing criminal activity. And if we're solely focusing on how do we reduce crime in this entire country, I don't know, maybe we have less desperate, dumb people that are hungry and stupid. Like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, people are always going to be competitive, though, and you could say, oh, well, if everybody get like a universal basic income, like if everybody's got enough to survive, like I've seen this in the hood. Right?
Oh yeah,
is that everybody has enough to survive because it's provided to them.
Yeah,
and then now the competition comes out, right? So now it's like, well, I'm going to sell drugs because I want to be better than this guy.
Yeah,
people still want to be competitive.
Yes.
So if you make like less hungry, dumb people, maybe they'll just be naturally competitive.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like, oh, instead of selling drugs, I'll go to school all day because I don't have to do it for food or whatever.
Well, maybe they stay in school all day because they get food.
Yeah, they get food, and they have a stable environment. Mm-hmm. The school system needs to be really fixed everywhere in this country.
Yep, I just saw something. There was a special ed classroom in, actually, I think it was in New York. It was going to be a really New York-centric episode. But I think they had like a little like timeout box. It was like a padded plywood box in the corner of a classroom for like kids that were causing trouble.
You sure that wasn't somewhere else?
It seems like a school that we would have built in a third world country, but no, I think it was here.
Just a padded box, and just we threw the lunatic in there, or what?
I think they just like, if they had a kid that was being a pain in the ass, they threw him in this box.
I remember in school, like there was like clearly kids that were not emotionally regulated or like healthy in mentally, that were like out of control, even in like first grade. And I remember him like crashing out, throwing shit, injuring teachers and stuff. And then you never saw that kid again.
No, they all went to like a fucking wacky school that, just you heard about. Maybe you saw the guy working a register at Target 20 years later. Even that guy managed to get a job.
That guy managed to get a job, though. And he can probably eat for free at McDonald's, or whatever. He's
a little Starbucks cafe in the Target.
Yeah. Just Target, there's always spoilage food. Waste. What do they call it? Wastage? Or
shrinkage. Yeah.
Shrinkage.
Shrinkage is when you get it in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're not going to have to guess too hard to figure out where this article's coming from.
Hold on. Before you say it, I'm going to say England.
Yep. You always got one. A magnetic hijab could be rolled out across police forces to attract more female Muslim recruits.
What?
Because that's the demographic every police department needs, is Muslim females.
Do you ever think after the Revolutionary War we should have invaded them and fixed them, nipped it in the bud?
I mean, like went to Europe, like went to
we
England?
should have just like, as soon as we got them out of our backyard, it's like, we're coming.
The old Uno reverse.
It's not too late.
I mean, shit, now we could definitely just walk
I think if England surrenders to us and they just let ICE agents on the ground there, we'll give them the honor of being the 14th state.
I mean, we don't even need a wall.
We'll call them 14th colony. We can say they're the 14th original colony.
I like it.
Yeah,
they don't need a wall.
Yeah. Well, that's what's crazy is they don't have a wall, and they're still
no. It's called water.
They don't have a wall. They have a nice little peninsula. What is it? Sound? The ocean, the North
Strait,
the Strait, whatever it is.
Channel.
The channel, and they still got inundated.
Yeah, if you let them in. The blue light hijab is designed to prevent strangulation and protect the modesty of female officers who wear the religious headwear. The hijab has already been given to every eligible officer in the Leicestershire.
Do you want me to read it for fuck's sake?
It's one of those Hogwarts towns.
I'm sure you could pronounce anything if I pointed to south of the equator and you'd pronounce it fine.
Yeah, those I've got. All right, so anyway, this
Leicester?
The Hogwarts Police Department.
It's Leicester, isn't it?
Leicester? Yeah, Leicester. Sure, why not? Anyway, so wherever the fuck Hermione lost her virginity, and other forces are now placing orders.
Hogwarts was located in Scotland, just so you're aware.
That's all the same shit to me. As well as the job. The hijab has already been given to every eligible officer in the Leicestershire.
Just
You tell me what that says.
Let me see it. Leicestershire.
Yeah, see, you're fucking just making up shit.
Leicestershire.
All right. Well, yeah, in the Hogwarts Police Department. And other forces are now placing orders, as well as other emergency service workers, such as paramedics and NHS employees. The hijab consists of 2 pieces of fabric attached by a magnetized quick-release clasp and is designed to detach from the headband easily during a confrontation without exposing the officer's hair. Because I know when I'm fighting a guy, I don't want my hair exposed.
You know,
the garment, which was developed and designed by Leicester fucking Hogwarts Police and De Montfort University, aims to protect Muslim women from assault or having the headwear pulled over their eyes as a distraction.
And just hockey punch the fuck out of them.
Detective Sergeant Yassine Desai, who is behind the project, first came up with the idea of a safe and comfortable hijab for female officers 20 years ago.
Oh, I have a quote from her. Oh my God, that was too much.
The detective sergeant, who is the founder of the Leicestershire Police Association of Muslim Police, said, "It's actually taken years to develop properly. We completed the combat trials at
in
Enderby,
Syria.
Yeah, with female officers wearing it, and it held up. The bottom part was able to detach, and the officer was able to keep her dignity."
Listen, I'm pro every cop wearing a mask, like all the time. So just know me by my badge number, no names or anything like that. I'm totally cool if everybody gets to wear it. But how many like tranny Muslims are wearing this right now?
Over there?
Yeah.
I think that's their whole department, tranny Muslims. Anyway, nobody else has been able to make this. Only DMU. For the first time ever, DMU has set up manufacturing in the UK. It's amazing to think after 3 years of research and development, we've got the design this right, and we're taking it forward together. It's a great product. It's safe and protects Muslim women's dignity. Blah, 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 blah. All right.
If you're a police officer,
we're so far off the fucking mark with this thing. Like, all right, you want a fucking quick detach hijab?
You're wearing a full-on fucking mask that covers your peripheral vision, muffles your hearing, fucking covering your hair, but it's another object for me to grab and just ram your face into the back of your patrol car. And you're like, how do we make him safer? I don't know. Don't fucking wear it and keep your hair in a tight bun. Like, just be a fucking professional.
Yeah, at what point do we say, oh, we've got standards. This is what you need to do if you want this job.
Inclusivity is... It's gone so far off the rails. I think it's just because they're like a lot of cultures' version of inclusivity is so overt and out there in the open. Every single one of us has to compromise something in our integrity or morals or values to do our job. Every single person in the world. Mm-hmm. So why are we a service that actually is life and death? We have to compromise our safety?
I don't know. It seems absurd to me that this is even a thing. But if you go and look at like outdoor brands, I don't know if 511 has a hijab, but I know like Outdoor Research, which is a company that I love that makes, high end, outdoors clothes. they make a fucking hijab. It's like a fucking moisture wicking hijab because, you know, we need to have
Sweating
Muslim
your
women
balls off.
hiking.
I bet it's great to keep mosquitoes off your face.
Yeah, but we already have that. We have those things.
But this one,
What's to stop them from wearing a fucking mosquito net?
I don't know. Nothing. But also not tactically reason. I don't think there's mosquitoes in England. Are there? I don't know. It's just so far off. And there's people clapping for this. Like,
I'm
cheering
sure. Yeah.
for this.
Yeah, this detective sergeant is going to get a fucking medal.
Oh, yeah. It won't be a detective sergeant for long. It'll be an inspector or whatever their fancy titles are. It's just so fucking ridiculous. Could you imagine going to a call and it's like, oh no, my magnetic shawl came off? Like, Jesus Christ, that's what you're worried about in a fight.
Now, next thing, the male cops are going to want fully magnetic uniforms so that they could sexually assault their complainants. Because
you know what?
It's England, and every fucking male cop, at least in the fucking Met Police, seems like they whip their dicks out on a domestic.
So I'm kind of famous or infamous for wearing my short shorts at work when I'm in a patrol function, right?
Oh, yeah, just doing your dangle.
I'm doing my dangle.
Mm-hmm.
I have thought about breakaway pants, so like I could have even shorter pair of shorts on underneath my shorts. Just grab them, tear them off the side. What are those old Adidas Snap ones?
Yep.
Think a guy runs and then I just whip off my pants and I'm just in short shorts ready to go with my duty belt still attached. Do you think he'll keep running?
I mean, if you got into a foot pursuit and you just whipped off your duty pants and you were just wearing like a navy blue man thong and your duty belt, I mean, you better fucking catch the guy.
Oh, I would. I fucking would.
I mean, you're going to be so much more aerodynamic.
I gotta be, you know?
Just like a little baby otter. Just so slick.
Oh, it's actually why I shave my legs. So I'm more aerodynamic when I run.
Okay. All right, so I know this is going to boil your blood. A federal jury has acquitted a South Los Angeles tow truck driver accused of stealing government property after he towed a law enforcement vehicle during the arrest of a TikToker in downtown Los Angeles. Bobby Nunez, 33, was found not guilty of one count of theft of government property following a 4-day trial and more than 3 hours of jury deliberations. The charge stemmed from an August 15th incident at the Da Vinci Apartments in downtown Los Angeles, where federal immigration agents were arresting Tatiana Malfa Martinez, a 23-year-old Colombian woman, as she live-streamed the encounter on TikTok. According to the press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, agents used 2 government vehicles to box in Malfa Martinez's car at the exit of the complex's parking structure, with emergency lights activated to prevent her from leaving. Video from the scene showed one of the government vehicles, an SUV, being towed away by as agents pinned Malfa Martinez to the ground during the arrest. Federal prosecutors allege that Nunez interfered with the operation by pressing the passenger side door of Malfa Martinez's vehicle against an officer and later towing one of the law enforcement vehicles while agents were distracted by another individual who approached the scene. Nunez was arrested on September 2nd on a federal criminal complaint charging him with theft of government property, according to the U.S. Department of Justice.
There's so many more charges I would have stacked on that.
100%. At the time, the officials said that he faced a statutory maximum sentence of up to, well, it's federal charges, so they may...
Yeah, they
just
might not have
shit.
it, yeah.
Because this is a maximum sentence of up to 10 years in federal prison if convicted.
And L.A. probably wasn't super friendly with ICE agents.
Of course not. During the trial, Nunez's attorneys, Deputy Federal Public Defenders Rebecca Harris and David Menninger, argued that the law enforcement vehicle was blocking the driveway to the apartment complex and that their client moved it only a block away. They told jurors the SUV was returned within 13 minutes. Following the verdict, Harris and Menninger said they were pleased the jury had exonerated their client. We thank the jurors for their service as an essential backstop against prosecutorial
overreach.
That goddamn word snuck up on me again. Overreach in our constitutional system. All right. So let's talk about this. This guy was already interfering with the arrest of this woman.
Yeah.
All right. So now he's basically squishing one of the agents into her car.
Yeah.
All right. To keep him from doing his job.
He should already be under arrest.
So, like, we know what we would charge in a non-federal system for something like that. So then after that occurs, right, after he's involved in trying to get into the middle of their shit there, then he takes his tow truck and then tows their vehicle away.
There's got to be an interfering with a federal investigation charge in there somewhere.
I'm sure that there's got to be more than just the stealing government property.
Maybe they just haven't charged those other things yet. Maybe they just do bang, 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 bang.
Maybe they figured if they could hit him for the 10 years on that and they would just not bother with the rest, maybe they'll come at him with the lower charges.
I would.
100%.
I fucking would.
You can't let this kind of shit go on.
And I've seen that where they indict on one, and then they indict on the next, and then they indict on the other one.
Well, let's hope that that's the case, because to have this walk is egregious.
Yeah. I mean,
first off, if you were going to make the argument of, oh, well, I was just towing the vehicle that was blocking the parking structure, well, you damn sure better have a contract for that parking structure. And even then, it's like, it's an emergency vehicle. Clearly an emergency vehicle. There's clearly
an emergency
there's an arrest going on. The lights are activated.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't just like pull up to a regular patrol car and be like, I'm going to tow it out of the way because it's blocking some shit.
Yeah.
You know, and get away with that.
No.
So in what it only makes sense because it's Los Angeles.
Yeah. It just this is the shit we have to put up with? Like,
this is crazy to me.
I mean, he's clearly like aiding this woman in trying to prevent an arrest.
Yeah, he's preventing the arrest. He was outside of the vehicle preventing. It was like he just drove by and said, "Well, this is the parking lot I'm responsible for. This thing's blocking the door. I should move the car."
If it's a completely unmarked, no lights and sirens, just parked, idling, and you don't see any feds around, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, if your argument was going to be like, well, they were on the second floor, and this vehicle was just blocked, you know, and I didn't know what was going on all the way up there. But I would say, sure.
I mean, also, I don't know if it's anything like our agency where a tow truck driver has to come in and report that they towed X, Y, and Z vehicles.
Yeah, I'm sure that that's the case.
But imagine be like, oh, you have this car, and you run it, and you're like, you need to put that back right now. Like,
well, also, what was his plan? I'm just going to tow it a block away and leave it there.
Yeah, that's also a crime, at least in our books. And I know exactly what I'd hit that guy for, like several times over. He would be like, "Oh my God, I'm just getting charged out the ass."
I mean, I think you still have a theft, even if you just move it from one place and drop it right down the road.
In some agencies or some country or states, it would be, not a theft, but a
like a tampering.
Yeah, a tampering with sort of a charge. There's plenty of there are enough laws on every book, and I'm sure there are in the federal system too. You just gotta get real creative, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna cuff them up and take them back to my office, and I'm gonna start figuring it out and crack some law books. Like,
yeah, this is when reading comes in handy.
Yeah,
and not that you could tell from me reading aloud, but I do actually read. And I can write.
I'm actually worse at both of those things.
Last article of the day.
All right.
For all you goons out there.
Ew, gooning.
Yeah.
Gooning in your patrol car.
I didn't actually know what gooning was. I thought gooning was just jerking off. I knew like goon in our context was just like you're dumb, like heavy on the road and you're just like beating people up and whatever. Yeah. And then when I heard it in the current context, I just assumed it was just masturbating. I didn't realize what it actually is. So let me get into it. According to clips for sale, and as reported by Cosmopolitan magazine, gooning has been named the fetish of the year.
It's a fetish? I thought it was just kind of like edging.
Well, apparently now it's a fetish. Before we get into gooning, I just want to say, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Go outside and fuck girls. Okay? This is ridiculous. All right? And this is the fucking problem. All right? We got a bunch of autistic people that don't know how to talk to people. All right? That they're like, oh, I want to fucking pound my pud.
It's not even autistic people. It's just untreated fucking, like, issues.
Look, you don't have to go out there and bag a tent. All right? Just go to a fucking hospital, find an ER nurse, or go to an elementary school and get a special education teacher. They're out there. They're not that hard to find.
If you're on the spectrum, you can have a special interest. Your special interest could be just trying to bang girls. Like that. There's nothing in the DSM that says you can't be autistic and try and slay pussy.
No, and I would say if you could focus your tism onto just getting your dick wet.
It's a powerful thing.
It's going to be dangerous.
Listen, I'm on the spectrum. I used to I used to be a bit of a swordsman back in the day. You don't believe me?
I'm a coxman. It was my first Asian. Anyway, but this is what's wrong with like everybody in this generation. Like they have to have something wrong with them.
Yeah.
Like, right? They're proud of their fucking tisms. They're proud of their fucking anxieties. They're proud of the fucking, like, they got a baby arm. Like, they're just like, whatever fucked up thing they've got, they're like so happy about it.
I would be proud if I had a baby arm and I was gooning all the time.
Well, if I had like 2 regular arms, then I had a baby arm that grew out of my belly button that just reached to my dick. I mean, that'd be super convenient.
All the photos would look so much bigger in.
Oh my God, yeah. You need like
imagine leaning down
arms
with
you have to stack.
Imagine leaning down and grabbing it with your baby arm, be like snapping a picture, sending it to every girl ever. Be like, look at that. They'd probably call the police on that.
Like, why do you have that baby grabbing your dick? Oh man.
Weirdly, wasn't in the Epstein files.
Gooning?
Baby arms and gooning.
Yeah, it looked like there was some baby stuff. Not babies, but there was definitely some young people. Anyway, gooning refers to the act of prolonged masturbation without reaching orgasm.
That's edging.
I thought that
that's edging.
This is basically just one man's like sting fucking tantra.
That's how you stay awake on Firewatch. Okay, you just kind of keep it semi-chubbed and rub it every once in a while. That's how you stay awake on midnights. Take a gas station fucking Rhino XL pill and just fucking keep it going.
All right, so prolonged masturbation without reaching orgasm, often for hours on end and usually involving extensive porn consumption. Gooners enter a trance-like state.
Trans-like or trance-like?
Trance. What's the difference? If you're proud of being a gooner, you're probably proud of your fucking little tranny dick too.
Burned out all the serotonin in your fucking brain.
Yeah, gooners enter a trance-like state referred to as the goon state.
No, they don't.
From being so close to climax and then pulling back right before they come. The goon state and the pursuit of it.
Pursuit of the goon state. That is the title.
The goon state and the pursuit of it, that is gooning, is often associated with mindlessness and porn-addled brain rot. The name gooning itself literally comes from the term goon, meaning stupid person. However, other gooners argue that gooning is not a mindless practice, but a meditative one that's more about achieving a transcendent state than stroking yourself into a subhuman one.
I'm not gonna listen to an argument from somebody that self-identifies as a gooner.
This is hilarious because this is an article in a magazine that's sold on grocery store counters.
This is gonna be a fun holiday discussion with the family about gooning.
So, cousin Ted, what have you been up to? I just been gooning around.
There's absolutely one creep in every family that would like absolutely say that.
This is a term that I got from this article that I really like, and I'm going to start referring to my lieutenant's office as this. It's called the Goon Cave, which I guess is just the environment in which you are gooning. Yeah. It's a sticky place that should never have a black light.
When I finish the shed studio, it's going to be called the Goon Cave.
You should go to a farmer's market and have a nice wooden sign made that just says Goon Cave. I didn't like it when it was just referred to as cop shit, but now I really hate it.
I can never take anyone seriously that calls themselves the Goon Squad or anything like that ever again.
You know, like, I mean, I had it before I had kids, and now I definitely have it. But
Goon Cave?
No, an aversion to things that is being sticky, and the term goon just is like, it's like a sticky word. I mean, who the fuck has this kind of time on their hands? Like, just jerk off on the toilet while you're taking a shit like a real man.
I'm trying to get it done as fast as possible so I can get on with my fucking life.
I gotta change the oil and get back out there.
Just gotta clear the poison out and just fucking keep going.
What the fuck, man?
I just want a clear head. I don't want to be doing this for hours.
There's definitely like a weird like early 20s couple out there that like the guy is super autistic and he's busy gooning, and the chick is equally autistic and just explaining to people that that's what he's doing. Like, I'm sorry, Fred can't come out. He's got a goon for another hour.
You can't put a time limit on it because then it's going to take longer for me. I can't be like, I can't have someone knowing what I'm doing shamefully by myself.
You can't schedule it, right?
No, it's you hear the little bell in your head and you got to
It'd
go
be
down.
like, listen, I got 45 minutes to squeak in a goon session.
Jesus, that's too long. It's too long. I need 3 minutes and a tube of
but
Jergens.
But the point is to make it as long as possible.
Don't call it some sort of Buddhist tantric achieving the goon nirvana bullshit.
I wonder if like
meditative state of jerking off.
Oh, right now Sting is going, that's not what I was doing. That's not what I was doing. There were girls there when I did it. I did it for hours, but I was fucking girls.
Oh my God. It's I think that's thousands of years old, that concept of not coming, but like edging. Like, Jesus.
I don't see the point.
No, there is no point. All right.
Well, for all you goons out there,
Oh God, I hate it.
you can reach out to us at the Rusty Cuffs Podcast at gmail.com, or you can call Cuffs directly at 1-469-420-0268. That's 1-469-420-0268.
Texting is better than calling, but I will try and get back to you as soon as possible.
Yep. And if you're going to be in the middle of a real deep goon sesh where you're like, sort of being chafed raw, send those pictures over to Cuffs.
If you're getting great material out there, like I always want some new porn, so by all means.
Oh, if you come up with like a new fucking category.
I don't want to see a new category.
If you find a new category and you're like, man, I don't think these guys have even heard about this.
Actually, yeah.
Send that shit our way.
Yeah, send it to us.
We'll talk about it on the show and I'll let you know if it worked for us.
We will review your porn.
Yeah, I feel like, dude, this was it. This is you. Whoo, boy.
If you get like, I imagine they're gooning to like sad shit. Like once you've burned out, you're getting deeper and deeper and darker into it. They're probably like gooning to Sydney Sweeney foot pics.
See, I imagine that her feet are probably very nice.
I'm not a foot guy.
I'm not a foot guy either. I like my wife's feet, but only because that's the only part of her body she'll let me touch these days. I got to make do with what I got.
My wife has sensory issues, so I can't touch pretty much any of it.
Oh, gotcha.
It's basically like living with an angry house cat.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
For all of us here at the Rusty Cuffs Podcast, and for all you filthy gooners out there, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, train hard.
We love you.
Rusty and Cuffs hit the beat tonight, chasing dreams under city lights. Fast cars roar down the endless way. Podcast tales of the night and day. The massages by the parlors dim, spike strips laid where the streets grow slim. Night shift heroes in the shadow deep, traffic stops on avenues that never sleep. Rusty and Cuffs, legends so bold, through the bourbon haze and the fearless cold. Special units with hearts aflame, guns and glory, the game they tame. Yeah. Drug busts at dawn when the world's half asleep. Whispers of danger and secrets they keep. Rubber dog masks in the midnight raid. Truth and justice, the debt they've paid. Stories whispered over crackling mics of darker nights and adrenaline spikes. From the asphalt jungle to the concrete sea, Rusty and Cuffs still running free. So bold through the